A cold wind blew across the empty field as the young boy trudged through the mud, his shoes soaked and heavy. He was 12 years old, skinny and small for his age, but his eyes carried the weight of someone much older. He wasn't going anywhere in particular, just walking. Walking helped him think, helped him escape the noise of home, the yelling, the silence, the feeling of being invisible. No one expected much from him. His teachers barely remembered his name. His classmates ignored him, unless they needed someone to laugh at. He was just another kid from a broken home, drifting through school, daydreaming more than listening. But on this particular day, something changed, and it all started with a simple act. As he passed the library, a place he'd never stepped foot in, he noticed a man struggling to carry a box inside. The man looked older, maybe in his 60s, and the box seemed heavy. The boy hesitated. No one had ever expected him to help, but something nudged him forward. Without a word, he stepped up, grabbed the other end of the box, and helped carry it through the door. The librarian, Mr. Ellis, looked surprised, but smiled warmly. "Thank you, young man. That was very kind of you." The boy nodded, unsure of what to say. Before he could leave, Mr. Ellis asked, "Have you ever been in the library?" He shook his head. "Well, would you like to come in? I've got something you might like." Something about the man's voice made it hard to say no, so the boy followed him inside. It was warm, quiet, and smelled like old paper and wood polish. Mr. Ellis led him to a corner and handed him a worn copy of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. "Try this," he said. "Let me know what you think." That night, the boy read the first 20 pages under a flickering lamp in the living room, while his father snored on the couch. It was the first time he felt truly transported, like he wasn't just a kid with nothing, but someone who could go on an adventure too. He came back the next day, and the day after that. Mr. Ellis always had a book waiting for him, and slowly, the boy found his own corner in the world. He started asking questions, writing down words he didn't know, even trying to write stories of his own. Mr. Ellis noticed. He encouraged it, praised it, told him he had a spark. The boy had never been told that before. Years passed. The boy grew up, graduated, and against every expectation, got a scholarship to a small college. He studied literature and education. He remembered every book Mr. Ellis had given him, every word of encouragement, every small kindness. One summer, he came back to his hometown to visit. The library was still there, though older, quieter. Mr. Ellis had retired the year before. The boy, now a young man, asked for his address and went to visit him. Mr. Ellis was frail now, but his eyes lit up when he saw his former visitor. "You changed my life," the young man said. "You gave me books. You made me feel seen." Mr. Ellis smiled. "It was just a small thing." "No," the young man said. "It wasn't. Every act shapes a life. You didn't just give me books. You gave me belief. You helped me believe I could be more." Mr. Ellis didn't reply right away. His voice was softer now, but steady. "That's all any of us can do, one small act at a time." The young man left that day with tears in his eyes, not of sadness, but of deep gratitude. He became a teacher, and later, a principal. Every child that walked into his school was treated like they mattered, because he knew what it felt like to be invisible, and he knew what one act of kindness could do. Decades later, at a graduation ceremony, a nervous young girl clutched her speech in shaking hands. She looked out at the crowd, her eyes finding the principal in the front row. She took a deep breath. "I never thought I'd make it here. I used to think I wasn't worth anything, but one person believed in me when I couldn't believe in myself, And that changed everything. Every act shapes a life. His did. Mine will. The applause thundered through the auditorium, but the principal sat quietly, his eyes misty. He remembered a cold day, a heavy box, a worn book, and a warm voice that once changed his own life. And so the story continued, not with grand gestures, but with quiet choices. A helping hand, a kind word, a book shared, a life shaped, because every act, no matter how small, ripples out in ways we may never see. And sometimes, the smallest act of kindness is the one that rewrites a future.